So hey folks, and welcome back to the channel. And on today's video we're looking again at the Bluetti device, the portable power bank, the AC60. I'll pop a link in the description below to this device, a 600 watt portable power bank that I've added to the nav station behind me. I've got two leads running out of it currently. One is the mains power lead to go into 220 volt. If I'm in a harbour, I can just plug into mains, or I've got the lead coming out for the solar. Also behind me, just above the nav station, you'll see I've got the window open. What I'll do is I'll run a power cable from the Bluetti device to the solar panel, which just arrived today. So let's have a look at that. Now, I opted for the 120 watt solar panel from Bluetti. Really nice, well built. It comes with a zippable bag on the back of it, and then you've got your cables that just plug into the unit on the back just there, and the instructions. It does have arms on the back of it, so you can actually sit this on a flat surface and angle it. However, on a boat, with it being a moving boat, in the harbour, I'll use it or at anchor only, not while I'm moving, and I'll just lay it across the deck and then run the cable through the window behind me and then into the unit to charge it. Now I'll pop the name of the solar panel on screen. I opted for the one that's good in shaded area. As we're in the UK currently, it's pretty much overcast most of the day. As you know, if you live in the UK, we rarely get sunny summer days, especially this year. So the panel is about 1/2 meter wide, and lengthwise when it's opened up you've got 1, 2, 3, 4 solar panels making up the 120 watt, and yeah, they're pretty rigid, and basically when they're opened up they're about 2 meters wide by about 1/2 meter, and then they fold up like so. So easy to store away on a boat like this. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to put that on the deck just now. Time is 7 o'clock in the evening, so I'm not expecting to get too much power out of this. Sun's pretty much down, and it's, yeah, a little bit of blue sky, but not really the height of a summer's day. So let's just see what power we can get out of it. Just lay on the deck above, and also I'll show you the cables that it connects up to. Included in that, I'm also going to plug it into the shore power as well, so you can see that and see it charging. And also I have my drill box just here, so I can plug a couple of batteries in so you can see it draining as well. Okay, as you can see, I've just popped the cables through the window. Where I have put the panel on the roof just there, there is a section, probably about 1 meter square, where I'm going to put a fixed permanent solar panel on there, and then I'm going to run that through to the house batteries just to charge that up. But also, if it's got the same cables or connectors on the end, which I'll make sure it does, then I'll make sure I can also connect that one onto this device, the Bluetti, so that I can charge that off there as well and trickle charge it. But yeah, this is a good solution, so I'm going to just run this. So yeah, if we're at anchor or if we're in the harbour and I'm on the boat, I can just run this through a window or a you know, an entrance to the boat. What I've got down here is I've actually run the power cable out of the Bluetti device, the mains, and also the solar panels. So we've got the 2 solar panel connectors coming out, and literally I'm just going to plug the red into the red and the black into the black. Okay, the unit has switched on, and let's see if we get any input from those solar panels. It's charging. Quite surprised really, with it being, you know, kind of overcast, and also the sun's gone down. Now it says it's 99% full, and it's got 0.5 hours. I presume that means half an hour. And we've got some charge coming in. Let me show you that. 0.08 of a watt, and we've got 99% in the battery already, with 0.6 hours of charging left to get to 100%. So I'll just have to wait for a really sunny day to test it. But what I did is I lay the panels flat on the deck currently, and the sun's not above me, so I'm not going to get anything from that. I'll show you where I've put the panel just now, and also with the feet on the back of it, you can actually angle it from the deck. Okay, so there's the panels. You can see I put the feet out, and it's pointing literally over to the sun just there. But obviously you've got a little bit of shading from the masts and things in front of it. But yeah, there she is, all laid out, which is good. So you can just pop it on the deck when you're in a harbour, or at anchor if you're not rolling too much. Okay, so we've still left the solar on charge, and what we're going to do now is I'm going to plug this device in. This is just a battery charger to charge the batteries for my cordless drill. So this is mains, so what we'll do is we'll switch AC on the unit and just plug it into one of the 220 volt plugs just now, and then we'll put the battery into the device just there, so it's charging. And then you can see on the unit just here, so we have solar power input still coming in, and we've got output in watts coming out just now, charging this device. It's showing that we've got 5.2 hours of solar at that rate to charge this to full 100% from 99%, which is a long time, but literally that solar's not putting anything into it, with it being you know, sort of overcast, and the sun's gone today anyway with it being so late. But that's great. So I can charge my power tools or anything else I want on the boat just now. And also the unit fits in there lovely. If you're wondering, on the left side of the unit it does have a fan that sucks air in, and on the right side of the unit pushes air out. I have drilled a circular hole inside the panel so it can suck air through. There is space either side of it, so it does get a little bit of flow around it, but that just enables it to suck that air in and blow the air out the other side when the fan kicks in. Okay, so we brought the shore power into the boat. This is a maypole. It's got three 240 volts. You've got two USBs, and it also has 25 amp fuse on the back. So this is great for boats as well that don't have shore power, which this Bavaria 36 doesn't have. It's just a 12 volt system it has on board. So when I'm in the harbour, I just unreel this, plug it in, bring it into the boat, and then I've got mains. But now I've got the Bluetti device, I don't have to run this. So if I'm at anchor without any access to shore power, then it's easy just to run the mains straight off that. Okay, so let's get the plug. This plug's coming out of the Bluetti device, 220 volt, and let's plug it in. Okay, so big difference. Even though I've got the solar panels plugged in, as soon as I plug the mains in, it takes over from the solar panels, and now I've got 227 watts of power going into the unit. I'll show you that. Okay, so you can see 228 watts of power going in with 98% charged, and I've got 0.1 of an hour to charge that. Output going to the drill charger, which is nearly charged up. It's flashing, so it's about 3/4 of the way charged up. That's pulling 91 watts out to charge that up. And as you can see here, it says grid, it says AC, and I noticed when I plugged it into shore power, I heard the fan kick in. So yeah, all happy with that. And yeah, happy that I've got the mains and also the solar now on board. Like I say, I will put a permanent solar panel just in front of the bimini on the deck, and that will go down to a solar controller for the house batteries on the boat, just to keep those topped up while it's sat in the marina. And of course, when I'm running the engine, it charges that battery bank or those battery banks up for the starter battery and the house battery too. So I think I've got enough power just for now. In the future, like I mentioned in the last video, I will update the house battery and the starter battery to lithium, but that is an expensive job, and yeah, it's something I'm planning to do this winter, so I need to save my pennies for that. But yeah, happy with the Bluetti, and I like how it just fits in that corner there, out the way, so I don't have to put it on top of a table or somewhere in the way on the boat, so nice and neat. Now, I did forget one thing, and that was on the last video I showed you a little snapshot on the right hand side of the screen of the app that you get from Bluetti, so off the iOS store or the Android store depending on which phone you've got. But yeah, this is showing me that I've got 226 watts going in just now. You can see I'll pop a screenshot of it in action on the screen just now. So on the right hand side of the screen just now you can see 226 watts off the grid going in. I've got 99% in the battery. Obviously nothing going out just now because I've disconnected the drill battery. You've got battery information, so you can see here battery status is on charge and it's 99%. What else have you got? You can turn the DC on or off and the AC on and off from your phone via Bluetooth. You can also go into the settings. In here you have home page display, so you can get this displayed on your home screen of your phone, which is a good idea, really. Charge mode, so you've got standard, which I'll just switch that on. You've got silent. Now the silent mode is good for when you're charging at night and then you don't get any fan or anything, although even in the turbo mode that it's in just now charging, I can't really hear that. It's a very low sort of PC type fan that you can hear. If you were in one of the cabins on the boat you wouldn't hear that. Power lifting, so you can switch the power lifting on and that will bring it from 600 watts to 1200 watts, which would power a small hairdryer, which is good. You've got eco mode that's switched on at the moment, so you've got different settings that you can use in there. LED light off, so that'll be your brightness and things. Auto sleep 1 minute, so you've probably seen on the screen how it goes black just behind me until I press the button. Obviously that's just an energy saving thing, but I'm going to switch that to 5 minutes so that it stays on a little bit longer. And then you've got firmware updates and advanced setting on there as well. So lots of different settings through the app, so that should be really useful. Okay, so on the outside of the boat, when I put the bimini on last video, you'll notice that I had the backstays with a bit of cloth wrapped around them to stop the backstay rubbing against the bimini top when it's in the closed position or the open position. Now the backstays don't move about too much, but what I've done is I have got some swimming noodles and just cut them up and just put them onto the stays. Let me just show you that. Okay, so you can see there, just 1 and 2. So literally I've just halved or put a slice in 1/2 of it and just put it on there. It's pretty secure, it's not going anywhere, and I don't need to literally put anything around it. It will stay in place. It's pretty firm, and like I say, this doesn't move about too much. So yeah, would have liked it to match the blue, but at least they're blue and they'll stop it chafing, so I'm happy with those, and happy with the bimini. The people that made the bimini, also I have a console cover coming, and at the moment I'm wrapping an old sail bag around the console, which doesn't look great. So I've got a console cover being made to my measurements, and this is being made in the same material as the bimini top, same colour. So that'll be here in a week, so I'll show you that when it comes. and then obviously the console will look a lot better when it's covered up with the proper cover. So I'm happy now that all of the big jobs have been done on the boat, and now we've just got the little jobs to do, which is what I like most, really, just cleaning up the boat, making sure it's perfect. So I hope you've enjoyed the video so far of me adding things onto the boat. It's not the last video of me updating the boat. There's still more to do, but little things now. I've got a mains charger, a Victron charger, coming tomorrow that'll go in the battery bank box and charge the house battery and also the starter battery when I'm in the harbour, and just keep those topped up. And also it's an optimizer, so that's great. And then, like I mentioned, the solar panel, permanent one on the deck, also just to keep those batteries topped up when I'm out and about, and I'm obviously not in a harbour on mains or you know, anything or any scenario like that. So that's coming tomorrow, so I'll do the next video on wiring that in, get that sorted. And then, yeah, it's just cleaning up the boat, getting a ship shape, really. Hoping to get over to the Isle of Man at the end of the month with the family, so that'll be an epic video. Over to the Isle of Man for a long weekend, head over Friday, come back Monday, which will be great. So I'm just hoping that this high spell comes over the UK, so we've got a nice weather window to get across. It's about a 10 or 11 hour sail, so that'll be a great video, and great for the family. It'll be their first trip out on the boat. Obviously I brought the boat up from Milford Haven to Lancashire, and took 4 days to do that, so I know how the boat operates and sails and everything now, which is good. But yeah, I must get out on my motorcycle. I also have a motorcycle channel which is called Moto UK, and I'll pop a link in the description below, so if you're into bikes as well, then I'd appreciate if you can subscribe to that channel too. So there's a couple of ropes on the boat that need a wash, a little bit green still from when it was kept for a year or so down in Milford Haven, so I need to clean up a few little things on the boat, nothing too drastic, but yeah, I've got the engineering guy coming out next week just to add some washers under the injectors. One of the injectors is weeping slightly, so I want to get that looked at and sorted, so he's coming to do that. And then I think this Saturday I've got a rigger coming out to put the weather vane, the transducer, on the top of the mast. So yeah, I'll do a bit of filming on that. It might be on the end of this video next, or it might be on the next video. So yeah, thanks again, and don't forget, if you're not a subscriber, hit that subscribe button. It doesn't cost a penny, and if you can give the video a big like, thanks guys.